What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Forge for Greatness. I'm your host, Chris Forgia. This podcast is for the builders, the creators, and the underdogs who are forging their own path. Today, I have the honor of having on John Macaluso of Mystical Entertainment, man. Killing it in the DJ and entertainment space. Welcome to the show, bro.
Thanks for having me, man. Pumped.
Dude, it's awesome, bro.
I
It's
don't know if we're
awesome.
gonna get tears out today, but we'll see.
We'll try.
See if we can get them out of me.
I got these just in case that does happen. But so let's take it all the way back in time. What year were you born?
1984.
1984. All right, so let's take it to 1990. 6-year-old John Macaluso. Where did you grow up, and what was that environment like?
So I grew up in Belleville.
Okay.
Half of East Hanover is from Belleville, as you know. Now it's Belleville West here, but I kind of attribute a lot of my successes to actually growing up in Belleville because of its diversity, and it kind of helped me become who I am today because of just all the different types of cultures and everything that were there. But growing up where I grew up in Belleville, it was predominantly like a whiter neighborhood. So not many Italians, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. And, my parents were off the boat from Sicily and they came here in their early 20s and, they didn't speak any English. So when it was time to eat dinner, they're screaming my name out the back window, John Franco, and I was like so embarrassed to be Italian. I got made fun of. And yeah, one of my friends next door, his name was Ryan Kimball. He had my back, because a lot of times I would get made fun of, and I didn't know how to like stand up for myself. Yeah, for being Italian, I was kind of ashamed. So by like fourth grade, I became John. And
Okay.
I was kind of, embarrassed of my name, John Franco. Like I didn't like it anymore.
You were Americanized pretty quickly.
Yeah. It was like a fourth grade conference with my teacher, Mrs. Arthur, and we decided that like the problem was my name, and I needed to change it to John.
Interesting.
I don't know. I can't explain it, but
Mrs. Arthur, that name sounds so familiar. Did she teach in East Hanover by any chance?
I don't think so because they
No.
named the school after her. And,
Okay.
And Bell was like school 8.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So a little bit of adversity with, your Italian name and your Italian background growing up in Belleville. What other adversity did you face as a child?
I mean, I think it was just much easier to be a kid back then, man. I don't know if we'd really faced that much adversity then.
Yeah.
The only stuff that that was like kind of holding us back was the daylight time because we wanted to be outside all day playing and riding our bikes and all that stuff. So it was it's a great time to be alive, man. Mighty Ducks era. And you're all pumped up. You're taking the hockey nets outside and
Yeah.
playing. You could be something going on all the time. Massive manhunt excursions, 20, 30 guys.
I was just going to say manhunt. Yeah.
It was the best.
Yeah. Growing up in those days was the best. I mean, I'm an 89. I was born in 89, but 5 years later than you. So, but it's that same nostalgic feel that I get when I think about childhood and those days, the good old days. So you didn't really face much adversity as a child.
Outside of like how difficult my parents were on me, especially my father. I mean, they off the boat Italian, so when he came here to talk about the true underdog, didn't know the language. Um, didn't really have any contacts outside of a few family members we had here, and he wanted me to do better than he did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so he was tough. He was super tough.
What are some of the lessons that you learned from him, and what did he do for a living?
So he did. He still does it, believe it or not, but just not as much as he did back in the day. But he did tile and marble.
Okay.
So he started off as a mason. He was like 14 years old in Sicily doing that. And, he decided to move here. I think he was like 20. And they had my brother already there in Italy. And the idea was for him to kind of come here, make some money and help his father pay off the farm out there. And he was supposed to, go back.
Yeah.
My brother had some like health issues with like ear infections. So they came here and his business kind of exploded and he stayed.
Remind me to make fun of your brother for the ear infections after this.
Bro, Italy had no idea what.
Really?
Yeah. Here, it's like this antibiotic or good, and then He came here and they just did like a surgery. I guess like tubes in his ears.
Uh,
It was good.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Besides like hard work and work ethic, any other lessons that you took from your father to build what you've built today?
Um. So he wanted to play soccer growing up, and his father told him, you know, if you don't work on the farm, I'm going to break your legs for you, so you can't play soccer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was that old school, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Old school. So I guess he kind of wanted to live through us with soccer and sports and everything
Oh
like that.
yeah.
And man, it was crazy because like we would train for soccer
Uh-huh.
and not touch a soccer ball for like a month. And he just taught me, you got to run. Did all that. We're not going to touch the ball yet. We're not going to touch the ball yet. And then obviously we start to and all that. And it was just like, and me and my brother were just dominant on the soccer field. And he taught us like the Italian way where, you know, soccer really wasn't there back then, at least.
Yeah, yeah.
It's, you know what I mean? MLS wasn't even the thing yet.
Yeah.
So, you know, I learned, he just instilled, you know, the work ethic, you know what I mean? Kind of putting a plan together
Yep.
and executing it, not just setting the goal and like saying, okay, I want to be a soccer player.
Mm,
This is how you get there.
gotcha. And really paying attention to the fundamentals and the basics, right? The agility, the endurance, like before even touching the soccer ball. Like I feel like he was like very specific about the basics, the fundamentals.
Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, we were like 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. Like my hamstrings were like massive.
What happened?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my God.
Yeah, but we trained like a lot, and he did it with us.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the cool thing. You know what I mean? He ran miles and miles with us. And it was just like, all right, like that's how he, you know, he kept in shape and everything, and it was cool to be a part of.
That's awesome. What's his name?
Giovanni.
Giovanni. Okay. All right. John Franco, Giovanni. It makes sense.
Yeah,
And what did
my name's actually a remix. So my mother didn't want any after him.
Okay.
So Giovanni is John, and my grandfather's name, my mother's father, is Francesco. So
Got it. Okay.
John Franco. So
Perfect.
That's how.
Perfect blend right there. And what did your mom do for a living?
She worked. She stayed home. She did a short stint at like a daycare
Okay.
for a bit, but for the most part, she was just staying home mom.
Yeah. Took care of the family, put the meals on the table.
Cooked a different plate of pasta every
Yeah.
single day of the week.
What's your favorite meal that your mother has cooked over the years?
Her lasagna is ridiculous. She makes rice balls.
Okay.
I keep telling her that we should start a
Package it. Yeah,
yeah. But she's like refuses. They are like, I'm not saying it because it's my mom, but like they're the best rice balls you ever had.
Okay.
Like all my boys are like, oh, Mama Mac make rice balls, bro. Like, when do they come?
Yeah.
But she makes them every year for our birthdays. My brothers, my sisters, and mine, and that's
I love
it's
it.
a lot of work.
You got to bring some next time, but just make sure she uses gluten-free breadcrumbs because I'm one of those fags. We'll edit that out. I'm one of those guys. So early on childhood, staying on that, what was your first taste of success?
I mean, honestly, man, my father wanted me self-sufficient by the time I was like 10. It was like ridiculous. I swear to God, man, it was like, now that I look back at it, I'm like, this guy was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like I was literally buying my own clothes at like 15, like everything. Like,
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with you, you know? But I always had a hustle going, man. So, you know, me and my brother, snow season, we're shoveling everybody's house on the block. Oh, I mean, we're doing that in the summer, lemonade stands. And then it got heavier, man. Like I started to learn like how to like flip stuff. So back in like middle school, there was like these like little watermelon lollipops that were like viral.
Okay.
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't even, you go to middle school,
Yeah.
so everybody wanted them. So I found the deli on Division Ave, the only place in Belleville that had them, and I bought them all.
Okay. And then you just sold them.
I flipped them for like,
For
I
a profit.
inflated the price.
Yeah. That's
So I was selling
hilarious.
them at like $1, $2 a piece and getting them for like 10, 15 cents. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
awesome. That's
I found
awesome.
that, you know, and then Same thing with like, remember like the chocolate sales where you'd go around like the briefcase with like all the chocolate bars?
Yep.
I'd wait till the end till they were all like done, sold, right? And then I would go to the teacher and I'm like, all right, like, you know, I'll buy them. Give me the wholesale price. So I did that and I stashed them in my locker. My locker was just full of chocolate bars.
That's so hilarious.
We had like half periods in middle school. So it was like period 4 or 5 or 6, 7, whatever it was.
You go in the hallways and sell them.
Between, I would take the order in the class. I'm like, all right, who wants what? Then I would sell for like $2 a pop. I'd have the whole case for like $20.
That's fucking hilarious.
But I always had a hustle, man.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
awesome.
by like, what was like 12 years old, and one of my middle school teachers, he had a DJ company. And I just started working with him. I was like his roadie, and
that early, 12 years old.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. What was your first, staying on childhood before we transition into the journey with the business? What was your first loss or failure that you can recall from childhood that you really learned from?
I don't know if I would consider it a loss or like a failure per se. I would think like more like mindset, right? Like, you know, like that old school mentality, like the Italian mentality where you're like superstitious and it's just like, oh no, you dropped olive oil, you gotta throw salt behind your back, like the stupidest stuff. Yeah, being that my father was like so hard on me, he kind of used like reverse psychology. And I started to listen to that voice in the back of my mind.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it was just like, I felt like things, why did this happen to me? And that was sort of like something that, you know, I needed to get through to get to like.
Can you give us like a specific example of what you're referring to when you talk about that?
I mean, I quit soccer by high school.
Okay.
Right. I was just like, I'm sick of it. The pressure kind of mounted. I was screaming on the sideline. I just wasn't there yet mentally. You know what I mean? And like, I would hear that voice in my head and like, that was it. I was kind of just like, just out. So I quit that.
Okay.
You know, and then I kept playing hockey and my father never showed up to a game and I was recruited nationally as a goalie. Like, it was just like, kind of like, not a fuck you, but like, yeah, I
feel
I
you.
got this. You know what I mean? Like, it was just tough. It was really tough.
What's off topic but kind of related? What's your favorite curse word that's come out of your father's mouth on the sidelines?
Yeah.
You can say it in Italian.
I can literally hear his voice in my head right now. What are you doing, fucking cats? You know what I mean? And I'm like, you're just like,
holy shit.
Everybody knew Giovanni on the side.
Yeah.
Coaches, the other teammate, like the
coaches are like, oh, it's that fucking guy again. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was tough, man.
What did you learn more from, the losses or the wins?
I'd say both.
Okay.
Right, like, so one of my favorite books growing up, like probably one of my first reads that like was like really significant in my life, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Okay.
And it kind of taught me like, you take the good and the bad from what you learn, from others, you correct the bad, right? And you double down on the good, right? And so like I sort of learned from my failures and corrected it in a sense to like, okay, this is the right way.
Yeah.
And then like that's how I just kind of kept on like improving.
Funny that you brought that book up. I literally just bought it like 2 weeks ago. I've always seen it on the shelves in Barnes and Noble, and I've always heard about good things about it, but I just never, picked it up and actually bought it and read it.
Honestly, like a great core book. Like I read it like twice, maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
Really, really good book. But I just don't love what he stands for anymore, Kiyosaki. He turned into like
I don't know much.
The live and doom type of guy that like the world is gonna end and like, yes, like you need to listen to me. Like he's just a fucking loser now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like it sucks because I like idolized him all my life, and now he's like this like lunatic. He actually got kicked off of Arizona State's campus he was doing a seminar and everything. They literally get out of here. Like,
really?
Goodbye.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So the author's a shitbag, but the book is really good.
Yeah, back then he was great.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
All right, so let's transition now to business. When did that journey start? You said you picked up DJing at 12, but when did Mystical Entertainment come about?
So I decided to start it in high school. I was 16 years old. It was 2001.
Okay.
Um, I was real fortunate. So I dated this girl in high school, and her uncles like did all the work for this company called Total Entertainment. And back then they were on the Bergen record and they did $1 million a month.
Are they still around?
They are.
Okay.
Yeah. They're massive company. They do a lot of corporate and a lot of bar mitzvah,
Yeah.
but like $200,000 productions. I mean, it's just crazy stuff. I was
Yeah.
exposed to like $500,000 crazy productions at like 17 years old. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know what a bar mitzvah was. You know what I mean? And I'm going in here and it's like they're literally transforming this empty warehouse in New York City into like nightclubs and arcades or like
Crazy.
insanity.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So yeah, I started it when I was 16. I think my first gig was like homecoming dance at Belleville High. Um, and then that was it, man. I sort of like I had a business partner at the time, and it was like we took a lot of subbed out work.
So you were more, I would say, were you more in the club space when you started and then transition into private parties, weddings, sweet 16s and all that?
I started with mobile,
Okay.
but like everybody else back then, you wanted to be the next big like club DJ.
Yeah.
So like I would have residencies at bars and stuff.
Yep. Yep.
And I was like, oh, I want to be the next big club DJ.
Yeah.
But then they wanted you to be like they wanted you to be the promoter, the bartender, the freaking security guard. And by the end of the night, the promoters are like, oh, that many people were here, and they try to cut down your paycheck.
What was your aha moment, your forging moment where you said, I have to go down this path and I have to double down on this?
Um, Honestly, man, it's gonna sound crazy, but like 2020 COVID. Um, yeah, I did well. Right.
Already 19 years into
Yeah,
business, right?
yeah, like we did well, but hadn't even touched our potential. And 2020 was the first year that we were gonna do 7 figures. I'm pumped. And March 14th, I'll never forget it. It was actually I was attending a surprise party for a good friend of mine, Anthony Forte. It was his 40th surprise.
Anthony, owner of Forte?
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it was his 40th birthday party at the waterside. And that was the last event. And they just shut down everything. And I was like, it's going to last a month, in a couple weeks, whatever. And then I turned it to 2 months. I turned it for 3 months. And it was honestly probably the most difficult part of my life. I had, at the time, 2 mortgages, 4 or 5 car payments, his advance, the insurance payments, everything.
Shit.
Just like
Put on hold. Yeah.
yeah. And the funny part is like when you're in business, like you're like, all right, well, I know I have to have like a certain amount of my bank account to cover expenses, but you're never really accounting for mass destruction. You know what I mean? And I was on the phone with the guys from Nanina's, the Murillos. They own it, and it was like every other day we were just talking each other off a ledge. Like, okay, what do we do?
Yeah.
Like, how do we navigate out of this? And you had like
Because people were either canceling, right, or postponing, or
yeah, we had to postpone like over 400 events.
holy shit.
Um, it sucked, man. And honestly, like Brianna, our operations manager, she's amazing. Thank God I have her still. She's just such an integral part of our business. But we got through it. You know what I mean? But the I guess the best part about it is it taught me a couple of different things. Right? It was okay. Now I'm not working, and here I am gardening. Right? Like I got like tomato shit.
Like my neighbor outside.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like I'm just like
Yeah.
doing all this stuff. Golfed more than ever. Honestly, I spent more time with my wife that year, and we got married the year before in November of 2019. I spent more time with her then than in the past like 3 years that we dated.
Mm.
And I was always the type to like, okay, like work is first, and I missed everything. Birthday parties, family parties, work.
Yeah.
But I spent so much more time with my family. I was like, okay, we're barbecuing, we're doing all this. And it was like, yeah, it sucked monetarily, but I learned.
But it pointed you to what matters most. Yeah.
Yeah. And I learned what I wanted from life moving forward.
Mm.
And if it cost me 7 figures,
Yeah.
it's the greatest lesson in my life.
I love it. Would you say that was the biggest failure, quote unquote, for you as a business owner and on a personal level too?
Yeah, but failure turns success.
Yeah.
Because since then, we've more than doubled.
Yeah.
You know, it was just something that I think kind of that voice in my head growing up, you know, how many people are like, oh, you DJ? And they're like, oh, what else do you do?
Mm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says that.
Yeah.
And they don't realize how much actually goes into it and how, you know, much of a business it can be.
Yeah.
So I was always sort of looking for like the next like thing to do. And I never had like 100% focus on it. Right. So it was like, okay, like I'm day trading. A good friend of mine like teaches it and everything. And I'm doing that. I was just doing a bunch of other stuff with it. And we were doing well.
Yeah.
But COVID kind of forced me to be like, all right, cool.
Tunnel vision.
Redesign everything. And we're going to take over.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Mm.
Like, this is now or never.
Kind of lit a fire under your ass indirectly, right?
Yeah, it was honestly the greatest failure turned blessing of my life.
What have been some of the biggest wins for you, not only on a personal level, but on a business level as well?
I mean,
Let me reframe that. So early on in business, the first 10 years or so, what was your first real win that you can recall? And then later on, what's been the biggest win for you?
I mean, I guess the first 10 years, just being able to do it full time.
Mm.
And like my father would always be like, what do you DJ? There's no money in DJ. And I'm like, I'm telling you, man, like you have to see what I've seen in this industry.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I sort of always used Total Entertainment as like my North Star. Like they were just like, all right, like they kept me humble and grounded no matter what. Like didn't matter how much success we had yet. You know what I mean? It was just like they
know it. They know what they're doing. Yeah.
So I think I can attribute a lot of my growth and success and everything to being exposed to that at that young age. But then like kind of fast forwarding to what you were saying, I think it changes from like, okay, it's me to now it's just like, how can I help others in our team really see their own success?
Yeah.
And kind of get beyond their limiting beliefs and like tell their mom, like, yeah, I mean, 6 figures DJing, mom. And I got a 401k. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the shit that pumps me up now. Cause it's just like, you know, like it's like the company's a household name, right? Like everybody knows the brand at this point, right? Like you're thinking wedding DJ, you're like, all right, I go mystical.
Mm-hmm.
But for me to be able to have multiple 6-figure earners on the staff, that's where it's just like,
you're building a culture. You're building,
you know,
you're building people's lives for them, at that point,
that pumps me up. You know, we have like coaching sessions where I kind of try to teach them like how I've learned the hard way, and I want them to learn, you know, obviously the easier way, and like some like the different ways that I think that really help me move the needle and get more referrals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's fun, man. Like that this stage or this part of my path has been like much more fun.
Yeah.
I think.
Question, and it's probably an easy answer and an answer that everyone's going to expect, but is it safe to say that early on in business, it was about the money, it was about being around fancy, good-looking women, you know. And then now later on, it's become more about feeding the people that work for you, feeding their, putting food on their plate and building their lives, and seeing people get married that have worked for you for like the past like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
has it become less about you and more about them? Is, I guess, what I'm saying.
yeah, I mean, it was never like, for me, it was never about like me.
Yeah.
It was always about like, holy shit, I get to be part of some of these people's like biggest moments, and they're trusting me to be that guy.
Yeah, yeah,
And I still have relationships with people that I did their, I mean, I've done like their communion to the sweet 16 to the wedding.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
still talk to them like 20 years later.
It's crazy.
And it's like, it's just insane. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, it's like so cool to kind of see what it grew into. And my wife hates me because like every time we go anywhere, it's just like, dude, is there like, we're in Atlantic City. How do you know all these people here? Like, it's just,
Nah, yeah, yeah.
years of building relationships.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me now, it's just more of like helping the employees like realize their potential.
Mm-hmm.
There's just like a lot of people just have like these like misconceptions of life and everything. Like I try to guide them in a bunch of different ways. Like even my young guys, I'm like, okay, you just turned 18, start your IRA.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you mean you're saving it for retirement? I'm like, bro, just trust me.
Yeah, yeah.
And like yesterday, one of the guys, Austin, that works for me, he had like 21, 22. And I'm like, you still got that IRA? And he's like, damn right I do. And I was like, how you feeling? He's like, it's crazy. And I'm like, you see, I just told you to say, trust me, like time in the market, don't time it. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
yep.
The more time you're in it, you know what I mean? And you just watch it kind of exponentially grow.
Yeah.
And that's just some of the things that I wish I did earlier.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I waited till like my mid-20s as we started to eat.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, you can build something up. Yeah. So, how do you define success today versus how you defined it as a child?
Remember when 100,000 a year was like, oh my God, they're rich.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I thought success was when I was a kid. Yeah. Like, oh my God, he makes 100,000 a year. It's a big house and he's got a BMW. And then I realized that half the people that have all that shit don't have a pot to piss in.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's like,
Facts. Yep.
yeah, they're kind of just like month to month, like paycheck to paycheck, and just like kind of scrapping by. And I'm like, I don't care about like the massive house. Like, I don't, doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
For me, I think success is more being able to live life on your terms
Mm.
and having the freedom to be like, you know what? Wife, kids, fuck it. Let's take the day off. Want to go to the aquarium?
Yep, yep.
Want to go to the zoo? Take a trip? That to me is success.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not having to put your head on the pillow and wonder how you're going to pay the next month's credit card bill. You know what I mean, like that's everything.
I love it. Curveball here. What are the top 3 lessons that you've cultivated from being in business now for 25 years, right? And if those lessons came from mentors or family members, make sure to shout them out. But what are the top 3 lessons that you've attained that have helped you forge down this path and get better?
So I'm going to put this like first. Health is wealth. There's a saying, every healthy man has 1,000 dreams, right?
Okay.
But somebody who's on their deathbed only has one dream,
Mm,
right? And
that's powerful. Yeah.
and I learned this specifically.
Probably from books.
Now I'm getting choked up even thinking about it, but my godfather, He passed away a couple years ago, and I mean, honestly, like he can be as healthy as he want. He just got kind of dealt a shitty hand. But he had a brain tumor, right? With glioblastoma, and I kind of modeled my life after him. He was like my only like American family. I call him my white family.
Don't
Um,
do it. Don't do it. You're gonna fucking don't do it. All right, keep going.
so, yeah, all my family's in Italy. They don't know anything about like the stock market or investing or anything like that. Right? They're just like, all right, I got my farm animals, and they live such a simple life. It's just awesome. But I modeled my life after him because he was, he worked in corporate America and he saved. He worked multiple jobs, and 62 years old. He just bought his place in Florida. He was getting kind of setting a tone for his retirement, like he was getting ready for the next couple of years. He was expecting, or his daughter was expecting his first grandchild, and in July he had like an episode at work, and like, it's kind of from like something like a stroke. And he worked in FDA regulatory affairs, so he knew a lot about medicine.
Yeah.
So they were like, "Yeah, that wasn't a stroke. Let's run some scans and everything. We're giving you an MRI." So he gets the results right before the July 4th barbecue, and they were gonna have the gender reveal.
Fuck, man.
And he opens it up, glioblastoma, and he literally turns to my godmother, his wife Rosemary. He's like, "I'm a dead man." She's like, "No, no, no, no. We know people. You know what I mean? You're gonna get your surgery. You're gonna be all right." He died 6 months later on his granddaughter's due date. Never got to meet her.
Oh, fuck, dude. Sorry about that.
Fuck, yeah, man. So, I modeled my life after this guy, right? And I'm like, yeah, you gotta save, and just, it's about tomorrow. It's making sure your nest egg's good and all that stuff. And then I'm like, fuck, man, it's not promised.
Yeah.
Promised. You know what I mean? You can bust your ass. Like I literally sacrificed everything. Like I missed cousins' weddings and I regret it, and like seeing it now where it's just like, all right, like work's gonna be there. I need the systems in place so that my employees can run it and I don't have to like worry about it.
Mm,
But
your health is first.
your health is first, man. I sacrifice so much, even my own health for work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get all this money and then like here you are trying to like get your health back in your 50s and 60s.
Paying all these medical bills. Yeah. Fucking
Sucks,
sucks, man.
Then again, he was dealt a shitty hand, but like
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that we can all prevent, with
Mhm.
with heart disease and everything else.
Yeah.
So that's definitely most important to me.
And 2 more lessons that you've.
Um, I think another lesson is being able to uh just consistently and continually learn, right? Like I'm constantly reading books.
I have a whole fucking container of books that are all nonfiction. Yeah.
It's the best, man. It's
Yeah.
like, remember The Matrix?
Yep.
And they put the thing in the back of their head and
Yeah. Yeah.
this martial artist. I feel like we have that ability now, even with AI.
Oh, dude,
it's insane.
It's amazing.
And we can literally learn anything that we want.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that like the constant need to improve is like super important.
Moving
That's what gets you to like your next best version
of
of yourself.
yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
That's definitely huge.
And the third lesson.
Um, I mean, it's gonna kind of contradict the first point with like how I talked about my godfather,
Yeah. What was his name, by the way?
Alan.
Alan. Yeah.
But I'd say my third has to do with investing early and often. All right, kind of set it and forget it. People always think like, oh, we got time, we got time, we got time, and before you know it, how many people you see like they have to help their parents out because they
Yeah.
make the right choices in life. You know what I mean? So I think that's definitely super important. Like for me, obviously, like I love real estate.
Yep.
Stocks I'm obsessed with too. Um, again, with the amount of information that's out there,
Yeah.
like, there's no reason that people should say, "Oh, I don't know what to do."
Just learn it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
ChatGPT, that shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it could be as easy like, hey, can you make me a 5 minute a day course on the fundamentals of stock investing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And there you go. There's your,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Crash course right there.
Yeah.
So before the Forge 5 questions that I ask every guest. You played video games when you were younger?
Oh yeah.
What was your favorite?
Um, man, Contra was awesome.
Contra.
See, it's 1989. See, my wife was born in 89. So
Contra. What the fuck is Contra?
you don't know about Contra?
No.
Oh my god.
Is it a fight game?
No, it's a shooting game with like two like army guys. It's fucking awesome.
Interesting. Was it Sega or was it Nintendo? Or neither?
I've been both, to be honest with you. It's huge.
What was before Sega and Nintendo? It was starts with an A.
Atari.
Atari.
Yeah, honestly, that's even before my time. Like it was like kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
But Mario Brothers, no question.
Of course. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Contra was big for me and my brother, dude.
So if this is a video game with levels and you got to get to level 30, what level are you currently at in life, in business, in general?
I don't know why the number 22 is sticking out in my head. Maybe that's my birthday, but 22.
Okay. And what is it going to take to get to level 30?
Just consistency. You know, I don't need to make leaps and bounds. I just need to show up.
Yeah.
Every day, just a little bit at a time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and not really set goals, but kind of set the set the program, set like what I need to do.
Yeah.
Like so many people are like, okay, in the New Year's Eve, right? Like they're making your New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
6-pack and this and that, right? And it's just like, it's cool. Goals are great,
Well, yeah.
but like
Executing them is a whole other animal.
create the system
Yep.
to get you there,
Yeah.
right? Again, back to like AI. I'm obsessed with it clearly, but you know, like okay, you want a 6-pack, right? So why don't you just go to your Chat GPT? I use Claude now, by the way. Chat GPT stuff.
What is it?
Claude.
Claude?
Yeah, dump your Chat GPT. Promise.
Really?
Yeah.
Claude. Okay.
So you say, okay, I am X amount of years old. This is my height, my body weight. You know, I want to get a 6-pack.
In 6 months.
Yeah, my current body fat is X. You know, make me a plan to get there.
And it'll give you a whole system to follow.
And then you have your system.
Then it's on you to execute. Yeah.
Exactly. And now you have your food that you got to eat, your macros and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now you get to your goal. Not like say, okay, I just want to sit down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, ready for the Forge 5?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So, what is a habit that you attribute most of your growth to?
I guess I kind of touched on it, right? That's just the habit stacking, right? Like the creating the systems, you know what I mean? And putting together just those little laying your bricks, one brick at a time, not looking all the way down, but you're just like, okay, I know to get there, I just have to
Do this, do that. Yep.
keep stacking those wins. And that's everything. That's become like my operating system in life. You know what I mean? For everything.
I love it. What's a failure that you're most grateful for? Is it COVID?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Easily.
It's not even close.
No question.
Yeah.
Okay. And why though? I mean, you probably touched on it already, but if you had to narrow it down to like 1 or 2 sentences, why COVID was the game changer for you in terms of?
I guess because it just aligned me,
Mm,
you know, like spiritually mentally, physically, everything. Like even during COVID, remember like the Peloton craze?
Vaguely.
Remember, like everybody had a Peloton.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was one of those lunatics, and yeah, I lost like 35 pounds. And I wasn't even
During
fat.
COVID.
Yeah, like I
Okay.
was like probably like a little bit over 200, 205, and I got
Okay.
down to like 170, and like the best shape of my life
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because of that damn Peloton, and it was just like whoa, like this thing's like legit.
Uh-huh.
It's hard, dude. It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, definitely recommend it. It fell off now. It's not like in vogue, um, but yeah, man, honestly, just like really put everything in perspective of, my parents, I still have them. My wife still has her parents.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like my job now is to get everybody together. You know what I mean? And I'm the guy, like, I don't care. I'm like a, master chef putting everything together. And I'm like, oh, everybody come. I'm cooking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All I care about is for everybody to be together,
I love that.
you know?
Love that, man. What is one truth you wish you learned sooner?
That everything doesn't have to be on my shoulders. Um, I was always like, yeah, no, I'm superhuman.
Yeah.
Like, I could do it all.
Yeah.
I got the man. That's not how you succeed,
Mm,
you know? Um, you could definitely succeed to a certain level.
being a one-man show or one-woman show.
Yeah. And you're gonna
You can't scale that way, though.
yeah. You're gonna sacrifice a lot of things, right? Like my two most important things are family and freedom, right? And obviously, health is up there. But when you're the guy doing everything, you will sacrifice everything. Health, family, friendships,
I find
everything.
I have trouble with that. Like, you know me, like I do video production, social media marketing, and I am a one-man show for the most part. Like I have guys and girls that I can rely on to go out and shoot something for me or whatnot, or edit something. But like for the most part, it's like everything's on me. And I know that can only get me so far.
Yep.
That if I wanted to get to the next level, that now I need to start delegating and start taking things off my shoulders and putting on other people's shoulders.
Yeah.
That's really the only way to scale to get to that next level.
I think your best like way to start
Yeah.
is to outsource to the Philippines. All right. Like,
Yeah. I feel like you've told me that before. Yeah.
dude, I mean, I've had the same girl working for me for 4 years now. She's literally my operations manager's personal assistant now. And my operations manager is like super fucking happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm just like, listen, like you need to focus on the things that move the needle
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the company, and all the other bullshit, give to her.
So outsource for me personally, outsource all the editing, outsource
Well, honestly, I mean, like,
the managing of accounts.
what's the stuff that like you loathe doing? Is it like email follow up? Is it marketing? Like, what's the stuff that really?
If I'm being honest, I don't loathe anything. Like I love doing all the different aspects of what I do.
But like, if you pick the thing that you love the most, then maybe it's editing.
Yes,
Like,
probably.
I feel like you love like seeing those.
In client interaction. Like I like building relationships with people.
So okay, so now
I would say those go kind of hand in hand.
if you're spending 80% of your time answering emails and editing, then your client interaction goes down tremendously, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, like you got to find like the redundancies in your business and kind of make processes for it.
Yeah.
Right. Like I know it's like something as simple as like emails, right? With in our company, I saw our operations manager got like a little too, like she's got inundated with emails. So what I did was I created a system with AI, and I built AI into her inboxes, and we created like 7 folders, like, must follow up, check this out.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And it automatically creates replies because it learned her tone of voice, right? So it's the draft is already there. So she sees it and that this has to get replied to, and it does it in her style with bullet points, everything amazing.
Uh-huh.
And she just proofreads it, boom, sends. So now I minimized her email time per day.
I started using AI, ChatGPT, to like, for example, I was on a shoot the other day. Some potential new client called me, left a voicemail. I looked at the voicemail real quick. She wanted pricing for like a listing shoot and whatnot. Copied and pasted that into ChatGPT. His name is Rock, by the way. He knows my pricing and my systems by now. Um, and he spit out a reply to her voicemail, and I just sent her a text, and then not even an hour later, I booked the job.
Yeah.
And then she calls me. I called her back because she had called me, so I wanted to return the courtesy of returning her phone call. And then when I called her, she's like, "Oh yeah, I was speaking to your assistant, Rock." And I told her, I was like, "That's my AI assistant." She's like, "What?" She's like, "I gotta get me one of those." But like, so I'm starting to like delegate certain things that,
Dude, you can literally start to build agents.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
This is a whole nother podcast, by the way.
like it
Yeah,
gets so deep, man. Like
yeah,
you like you could start a clone for yourself.
yeah,
Right. So like when you go in your chat GPT, you go to projects and like you'll basically create a set of like instructions. It's a .md file. Right. So essentially you're telling it who you are, what drives you,
yeah. Yep.
and you can tell it like, you know how like AI sort of like agrees with you. Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
No, like, I don't want you saying that. I want you to say, John, you're an idiot. Like, this goes against your principles. Challenge me.
yeah,
Is I have
yeah.
mine literally programmed to say it. Right. So it's just like,
It's so scary, but it's so fucking awesome at the same time. Yeah,
then you could take like 3 pieces that you wrote. Right. So 3 emails, maybe a bio and something else. And then you could put it into a language file.
yep.
And I can give you the prompt. It's sick. So basically, you're instructing your AI how to speak like you because it understands your tone of voice and everything.
That's
I'm
awesome.
saying AI tends to sound the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
once you can get it to train it to speak like you,
Bitch, talk like this.
yeah, and then it will spit out content exactly how you would.
Yeah,
And
that's
the
so
next
awesome.
level is agents that do that execution for you.
Yeah, fucking awesome.
Yeah, do it, do it, do it.
So that was the one truth question, right? Um, we were on a tangent, so I don't even remember. Did you answer that question? The one truth?
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Yes, about taking things off your shoulder and giving it
Yeah.
to others. Okay. 2 more questions. So when things get overwhelming, stressful, chaotic every day, running a business like yours, what do you do to stay grounded?
Working out is like super important.
You got back into it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Because I know for a little bit you were.
yeah. It's not even close. Well,
Yeah.
I got injured. I had some neck problems. I had some shoulder problems.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, all right, like if I work out, they're gonna go away, and they did. Do you know what I mean? But like, um, your mental capacity is like 10x when you're working out.
Yeah.
Like 10x.
Are you a morning workout guy or?
I have to
Yeah.
because like I have to drop off my kid. Not I have to. I want to drop off my kid every day at school.
Yeah.
Um, and I have to leave the house by like 8:30. So it's just like boom,
Yeah.
go in the morning, and it's the best thing.
Yeah. Last question. What does forged for greatness mean to you?
Hmm. So I think a lot of people mistaken greatness for perfection,
Mm,
right? And perfection doesn't exist, right? Like, it's no matter how you try to slice it up, like it just doesn't exist.
yeah.
You know, like you want to be a perfectionist and say everything's just perfect and all this stuff, but it's just kind of everything's getting better over time. You know what I mean? So like I feel like when you are a perfectionist, it hinders
Your growth.
right? And being forged for greatness is just having the ability to kind of look in the mirror and saying, okay, life didn't happen to me, it happened for me, right? So why did COVID happen? I could have sat there and cried and wept like a little bitch for 6 years.
Then why did this happen to me? Yeah. Why did this
Being one of
happen,
those
man?
guys. But I take everything as a learning experience, and I'm like, it happened for me
Mm,
to get to the next level of who I had to be.
I fucking love that. Yeah, that's perfect. That's like, not to use the word perfect, but that's like an awesome description of, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what really moves the needle and drives success for. And again, like we talk about success, and I feel like it's always about business, but there's success on so many levels of your life. And I think, you being a dad, now almost a dad of two,
Yep.
you're gonna have to unlock a new version of you, because it's like,
Hell yeah.
you thought one kid was hard, bro.
Just wait. You're like, you're gonna be calling me and shit.
You're the second kid, and you're like, oh my god, one was like
Yeah.
a walk in
A walk in the park, yeah.
because now it's just like,
I'm hoping she's easy. I'm hoping. Like, cause Lorenzo never, like, in the first year, I would say, year and a half, didn't, like, never slept through the night. Would always wake up middle of the night,
it's the worst part.
no matter what time, crying, screaming, wanting to come in our bed. So I'm hoping she's a breeze. What is next for you for the business, personal level? Like, what's next?
I mean, summer, New Jersey. Um, I'm taking the opportunity to kind of slow it down and be with the family. We just put a pool in the house last year, so
Want to enjoy that? Yeah.
I just installed the outdoor kitchen, a pizza oven, and stuff like that.
This is down the shore?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is, we got another jet ski. So for me, I want everybody together. It's a short-lived
Yeah.
Jersey summers. You know what I mean? 10 weeks. So I want that to be at the forefront. You know what I mean? And kind of just like soak it in. I don't know. You ever hear that Instagram post where the guy's like, the period between 0 and 4 only comes once with your child, and once it's gone,
Yeah.
that shit plays in my head all the time.
And it's true, though, I feel like,
Yeah, like, do you look back at like your phone and like you're looking at pictures of your kid and you're like, oh my god, like how the hell did he grow?
Dude,
like
it's fucking
already,
insane,
you know what I mean?
bro.
It's like you get your memories on your iPhone. You're like,
insane.
whoa,
It's insane.
yeah. So
We all, as fathers, we all need to do a better job at, being with our children more.
I think honestly, I think our generation is 100 times better than our fathers were.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Bro, my father never changed a diaper.
Yeah.
Like, he's old school Italian. He's about as old school as it gets.
My father-in-law still hasn't changed Lorenzo's diaper.
Bro, like, I don't
Like, he
think
just won't do it.
he hasn't done it
My
with my kids
father,
either.
my father's like all hands on deck, but like my father-in-law, forget about it.
Wait, he's off the boat?
My father?
Your father-in-law?
No, my father-in-law's a mutt. He's like a mix of a million things. But my father he's off the boat. Body, moffetta.
And he's hands-on?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know if it's because he's retired and, he's just enjoying himself lately, the past few years. Maybe that's, a load off his shoulders, not working anymore. And now he has more time to devote to, us. But yeah, he's definitely more proactive.
Yeah, I mean, my father's like, my kid, like, to put it this way, like my 3-year-old,
Yeah.
Gio, he wants to be with my dad more than he wants to be with me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love it, but I'm like, still like, the fuck, I'm your father, come hang out with me.
Yeah.
So he's lucky in that sense. But like, yeah, my father was like the craziest, I told you, he was the craziest guy with me. And now he's like the complete opposite with my son. And I'm like, who are you, bro? Like, can you stop feeding my son chocolate? Like, he needs to eat dinner.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, just one piece.
My dad gives him espresso. Fucking wild.
It's like your wife is probably like, yo, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
And you want to say something, but you're like,
Yeah. So yeah, all right, whatever.
you know, it's the best. They're lucky to have them, you know.
So business wise though, you want to keep scaling the business. You want to keep.
Yeah, we're continuing, to grow it out. Now, like my focus is more on like the corporate side of the business, where we're doing a little bit more of the brand activations, AV kind of like their seminars, their meetings and stuff like that.
Conferences, all that stuff.
Yeah, putting together all the productions. So that's been like my focal point there, and then just continuing to build up the wedding team. You know what I mean? Like it was just things that needed to be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always found employees organically.
Yeah.
Right. And it was just like, the bottom, like the roadies and all like the intro kind of guys, like where you got to kind of train them and build them up. Some of them will be, grow into bigger positions, and others will just kind of, do their thing after they graduate college, whatever. Yeah. So I never had like a system in place. So we created a system, and it was just like, oh my God, now we have too many people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like stupid shit like that where you're just like, bro, like what the hell is wrong with you? Like, Indeed and everything else. We just put out this whole stuff. And again, I had virtual assistants execute everything from Craigslist to Facebook, and I just put it on a spreadsheet and they just did it.
Yeah.
So do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the content stuff definitely going to be coming from you a lot more with the corporate world. And obviously we'll continue with the wedding stuff with you guys, but that stuff's grown or helped us grow our Instagram exponentially. Yeah. So
love it.
This is great content.
Awesome. Appreciate that, man.
Love you, bro.
Bro, awesome. Fucking killed it. So, John, where can people find you on Instagram?
The handle's at Mystical Entertainment Group. It's the same thing on TikTok. So we post a lot of stuff there from our Instagram.
Gotcha. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Forged for Greatness with John Macaluso from Mystical Entertainment. Go check him out on Instagram at medjs.com too, right?
Yeah, that's the website. I should have mentioned that before.
Perfect. Once again, guys, greatness isn't given. It is forged. I'll see you guys on the next episode.